Well, hello and a very warm welcome once again to the Hala Legionów, where you join us in Kielce, Poland for another day of action from the 2021 AIBA Youth World Boxing Championships for men and women. We're on the fourth day of action, and it's the sixth session of competition coming up here in Ring A. Busy day of action taking place here on this fourth day of the championships. We've got 12 bouts scheduled for the afternoon session and a further 14 bouts scheduled for the evening session. So this is a look at what we can expect to transpire here in Ring A. We're going to kick things off with action in the women's flyweight division, where we have 4 contests in the 51 kilogram bracket. Then we move up to 81 kilograms men's light heavyweight to get their tournament underway, and we conclude the evening with action from the super heavyweight division, the heaviest athletes of all here in Hala in Kielce 2021. And they will be getting their round of 16 contests underway to conclude this afternoon session. So those are the contests that are scheduled for 12 bouts of action. 121 bouts already in the book. Uzbekistan remaining perfect so far. And it will be an Uzbek boxer who kicks us off to get things underway here in Ring A. Oh, there's Boksie, the tournament mascot, going through a shadow boxing routine. I'm going to get those hands back to the on guard position, Boksie. But the tournament mascot providing plenty of fun and frivolity, frolicking with the volunteers and the boxers and the coaches backstage. But you can see already boxers in the serious preparation stage of warming up and making sure that when they answer the call to march to the boxing ring, that they are warmed up and ready to go. But again, this tournament for boxers between the ages of 17 and 19, as well as about elite competition. It's on the global stage, of course, these youngsters bidding to become the best in the world. It's also about the spirit of friendship and competition and fair play. It looks as though Boksie's taking a body shot. But quick enough to recover and beat the count. And continue with the festivities backstage. But here in Ring A, that's on the left of that beauty shot. We've got 12 bouts scheduled for this afternoon session. And what a cracking tournament it has been so far. So much quality on display. And with no seeding, of course, well, some contests which would have been worthy of the medal stages have taken place in the round of 32 and in some weight classes, such as the men's 69 kilogram welterweight division. We've got 36 competitors. We have a round of 64. So a very busy tournament here in Kielce 2021. Remember, we've got,
ladies and gentlemen, bout number 122
over
in Ring
400
A.
boxers
Women's
from
fly,
52 different nations taking
51
part.
kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Uzbekistan, Kazakova Feruza.
So we're going to get things underway in the women's 51 kilogram flyweight division. As mentioned, Uzbekistan currently perfect.
In the blue corner, representing
3 completed
Poland,
days of competition. There is the Uzbek boxer making her way to the red corner. But she's facing off against the home boxer,
Judge assignment,
very much
Kazakhstan,
home favorite, as you would expect, and that is Alexis Kubicka.
United States, 5, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Referee, Mazlan bin Amzah, Malaysia.
So they're then the 5 scoring judges who will be observing this one from different positions around the boxing ring. 10-point must system in effect. They're from Kazakhstan, Hungary, Croatia, United States of America, and Bosnia-Herzegovina. Well, there is Feruza Kazkova, Preparing for her first bout of the championships, Alexis Kubitska was sensational in her opening round bout a couple of days ago on the 14th of April, progressing to this round of 16 with a unanimous points decision verdict. She will face off against Firuza Kazakova, preparing for her first bout of Kielce 2021. Mazlan bin Hamza from Malaysia is the referee. Well, that was an intense face-off between the two boxers. Uzbekistan and Poland going head-to-head in this one.
Round 1.
So our first bout on this fourth day of competition is in the women's 51-kilogram flyweight division. It features boxers from Uzbekistan and Poland. The taller figure wearing red, operating out of the orthodox stance, is Firuza Kazakova. Looking to get the range with her longer straight punches, but the woman in blue, who's just landed a cuffing left hand on the inside before taking a right cross from Kazakova, is Alexis Kubitska. Very talented individual who showed plenty of flash and substance in her preliminary round bout a couple of days ago, and she's getting busy once again at short and mid-range, forcing her opponent back towards her own corner and working away to both body and head. Nice double jab. The right hand was partially blocked by Kubitska, but straight shot success for Kazakova, who's looking for those punches once again. And didn't she go down effectively to the body as she's doing once more? Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs from Kazakova. Kubitska aware that she had a difficult portion of the round, and so trying to come back with her own offense. But this is brilliant punch picking from both boxers, particularly Kazakova, who after being disrupted early on has regrouped and is shuffling between head and body magnificently. Look at her go downstairs before coming back upstairs. She took a counter right hand from Kubitska, but Kubitska's going to have to be careful that she isn't outworked here. It was just beyond the midpoint of the opening round. Exchange at mid-range. Kazakova up on her toes, trying to retreat, but was picked off by a cuffing right-left combination. Then good work to the body from Kubitska. All action contest this one with 2 minutes gone in the first round. Strong right cross landed from Kubitska. She goes for the same shot once again and has success. She followed it with a right hook. Good jab to the body from the woman in blue. Walking forwards behind her shots, many of them fall short, but a couple did get through in that cluster from Kazakova. And then that was a nice left-right combination from the Uzbek representative. Inside the final minute of what has been a non-stop opening round, beautiful right double left hand combination from Kubitska as the two boxers engage and trade off at short range once again. Nice long range boxing from the woman in red. Again, with a right cross to the body and left hand upstairs. Arcing punches are hurtful, landed from the woman in blue. Then nice defensive maneuvers to block that shot coming in. Kubitska performing the salute with the right hand to catch that shot as it was arriving. Well, the 10-second clapper sounding, and this a terrific contest through the opening 3 minutes so far. Kubitska pinning her opponent to the ropes in the closing stages of the first and winging away with arcing punches. That's likely to be a split, and indeed it is. A 3-2 split in favor of Kubitska. And I don't think you could have complained had it been a 3-2 split the other way. It was that type of opening round. Plenty of give and take and high skill in evidence from these two decorated Olympic-style AIBA boxers.
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So the first round, a 3-2 split in favor of the woman in blue. And this high-quality matchup features two continental champions facing off in a bid to progress through to the quarterfinals. And look at the start made by Kobiecka. Oh, cracking right hand, drives Kazakova backwards, trying to fight back off the ropes, but she came off second best during the course of that exchange. Terrific start by Kobiecka. The 2020 European Continental gold medalist. There's a nice reverse 1-2, landed by Kazakova. She took Asian junior gold in 2019, the year before. And again, the quality on display. It's not surprising that they both proved to be worthy of top spot on continental medal rostrums. Single shot success landed by both. Nice left hook on the retreat from Kazakova. So a minute gone as backhands exchanged. It's Kobiecka bobbing and weaving in center ring, put onto the end of a 1-2 combination there, comes back with crashing right hands and left hooks during the course of that cluster. Perhaps as much leaning on as we've seen in the contest so far. Approaching the midpoint of the second round, and it has been a non-stop punching affair so far, with plenty of ring IQ in evidence from these two teenagers. Good work to the body by Kazakova. Kobiecka tried to come back with a left hook around the corner. She's looking for the same shot once again, but couldn't find the range. But that right cross landed flush. Kazakova continuing to target the body beautifully. Taller boxer, but she's demonstrating that she is superb at going to the body, dipping her knees and firing down both straight shots and turning the palms upwards to turn them into hooks and uppercuts. Kobiecka bustling her way in and lands with another beautifully picked right cross. Kazakova with success during that exchange, but Kobiecka's shots perhaps just a more eye-catching, particularly with that right hand. She's put Kazakova on the end of it on a few occasions in this second frame. Short on the mark, short of the mark on that attempted forward foray. Head of Kazakova into the chin of Kobiecka. Kobiecka helps herself to a right cross as Kazakova was retreating. Right hook around the corner landed by Kazakova. All action stuff as we are at the 10-second clapper. Kobiecka trying to produce a busy finish. So too Kazakova, but their arms tying up the opponent. Brilliant second round once again. Strong right crosses landed in single pot shot fashion by Kobiecka. And again, it's a 3-2 split. So it's 19-19 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. 18-20 for Judge C. But there's an example of the beautifully picked right cross, followed by a hard left hook from Kobiecka. All action stuff in the second round. A 3-2 split for the second successive round. It is tied up, 19 points apiece for judges A, B, C, and D. Judge C has favored the work of Kobiecka in both of the completed rounds. So everything on the line in this third and final round.
Seconds out, please.
In a contest where these two boxers proving to be very much the equal of one another.
Round 3.
So every second of the 60 taken by the Uzbek coaches, giving instruction and encouragement before Kazakova comes back out for the third and final round. This back and forth affair remains in the balance as Kobiecka looks for a right cross once again. Kazakova up on her toes, looking to box off the back foot. Kobiecka bulldozes her way forwards, and now it's rough at close quarters. Arm locks being applied on the inside. Looking to establish her lead. Left hand is the taller fighter. She scores with a good right cross over the top. turns it into a right hand to the body. Kobitska winding up with that arcing right hand, but it was off target. Kozakova fencing with the lead left. Good work to the body by Kobitska. A more measured approach in the opening minute of this third and final round as Kozakova goes downstairs with a wicked left hand that may have been around the belt line, but Kobitska doesn't complain and is remaining focused on her task. It's physical at close quarters once again. Both boxers looking for jabs as they look to engage. Bustling work to the body from Kozakova. Scoring shots landed upstairs by Kobitska. Kobitska with another right cross once again. Kozakova putting her head beneath the chin of her opponent wearing blue. And these two 17-year-olds demonstrating that they know some of the dark aspects of the noble art as Kobitska scores with a right cross once again and once more. Kozakova scores with a beautiful counter 1-2. It was a reverse 1-2, right then left, as we go beyond the midpoint of the third and final round. Good work to the body by Kozakova. Kobitska scores with a shot upstairs, and there's another pile-driving right hand, which drives Kozakova backwards. Incessant punching from both boxers, but make no mistake, this isn't naked aggression. This is boxing of the highest quality between these two 17-year-olds. Kobitska willing her way forwards, Kozakova remaining composed and trying to pick off her opponent as she advances. She scores with a good right hand to the body. Right hand over the top was short from Kobitska, but that follow-up was most certainly on target. Good right hand landed by Kozakova, but Kobitska counters with her own success. Both boxers demonstrating magnificent conditioning and concentration because the punching has been practically non-stop, but the quality has remained incredibly high. Now, who can produce some sustained quality in the closing 20 seconds? That may be enough to turn the tide in the favor of one boxer or the other. Remember, it's tied up for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Kobitska digging deep and burrowing away to the body. Both boxers leaning on now. They hear the 10-second clapper. Who will be able to just produce a significant shot or combination? Both boxers loading up, looking for the backhands. Neither could find it. What a contest. Wonderful to see the two boxers embracing a show of respect because those two, well, they certainly met their match in just about every category. Competition at its finest, high skill, and there was very little to choose between them. Different styles of boxers, but both of them with wonderful shot selection, terrific conditioning, and high ring IQ as well. But that right cross, which on several occasions drove Kozakova backwards, may well be the difference. She landed it on occasion in the final round as well. She had real success with it in the second round. But remember, it's all square for 4 of the 5 judges. Who's going through to the quarterfinals? Could well be a split.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by split decision is the boxer from blue corner.
It is
Kobitska.
Alexis Kobitska, a 3-2 split decision winner. Judge C favoring her in every round, but look at that. On the other cards, 29-28 across the board, and that is how close it was. Very little to separate these two boxers. You could barely get a sheet of paper between them. That's how close this affair was over the 3-3-minute round distance. And again, in the final round, a 3-2 split, 29-28 for 4 of the 5 judges. And it's Kobitska, the home boxer, who goes through to the quarterfinal stage. The 2020 European Youth Gold Medalist eliminating the 2019 Asian Junior Gold Medalist, Uzbekistan, suffered their first defeat of Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 123 in ring A, women's fly 48, 51 kilograms. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Estonia, Dania Korinsaya.
So we remain in the 51 kilogram flyweight division. This next contest between boxers from Estonia and India.
And his opponent from India, Chanu Naoren Baberosiana. Judge assignments: 1 Italy, 2 Singapore, 3, Argentina. 4, Kyrgyzstan. 5, Ukraine. Referee DZIEE Czech Republic.
So the 5 scoring judges will be observing this one are from Italy, Singapore, Argentina, Kyrgyzstan, and Ukraine. The 10-point must system being used once again. So there is the Estonian boxer preparing for her first contest of Kielce 2021. As is the Indian boxer in the blue corner. Our referees from the Czech Republic. Just taking the time to ensure that the head guard is properly fitted. Boxer doesn't want to be distracted by ill-fitting equipment. So just moments away from the boxers receiving the final instructions. It's mandatory for the boxers to come to the ring without the head guard, and that's why we have the process of it being fitted once they arrive inside the boxing ring.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. We're in the 51-kilogram flyweight division, and this between boxers from Estonia and India. The woman wearing red is the Estonian representative, Diana Gorisnaja, and we've got a trip to the canvas experienced by Gorisnaja. Her opponent is boxing for India, Babi Rajasana Chanu. Chanu, 19 years of age. Gorisnaja, 18 years of age. Chanu comes to the ring as the 2019 Asian Youth gold medalist. Nice right hand landed by her. Gorisnaja trying to get busy. She too has enjoyed continental podium success. Bronze medalist in the 2020 European Youth Championships at 51 kilograms. And as you'd expect, given their success on the continental stage, both of them coming with plenty of youth titles beneath their belt as well, in the, national titles beneath their belt in the junior and youth ranks. Midway through the opening round, Chanu trying to get busy with clusters of punches. Hard right hand to the body wasn't too far away. Gorisnaja circling now. Oh, that's a hard right hand followed by a left landed by Chanu. Her swarming aggression is just making things a little bit uncomfortable for Gorisnaja. Look at those roughhouse tactics on the inside. And again, arcing right hand around the corner from Chanu. Beautiful right uppercut followed by a left hand, then a left hook and a right hook bent arm shot success for Chanu. Well, mentioned the fact that it's crucial for the equipment to be properly fitted. And this distraction, perhaps an unwelcome one from Chanu's perspective, because she was enjoying a very good portion of the round. So now this respite, she's going to have to look to establish that momentum once again. So the equipment fixed, timeout called, and we resume. What a left hand to the body on the resumption from Chanu. Gorisnaja wasn't too far away with her left hook upstairs, but being forced backwards, Gorisnaja, and she's not really getting the better of the exchanges. Such is the effectiveness of the heavy-handed punch picking from Chanu. steps into the pocket and looks to uncoil bent arm punches to both body and head, just as she's doing here. And Gorisnaja hasn't been able to establish her rhythm or flow. There's a nice right hand from Gorisnaja, and the same shot once again, catching Chanu as she was loading up. Chanu comes back with an arcing right hand over the top, looking for that right hand whipped into the body. 10-second clapper sounded inside the closing seconds of this opening round. Very physical round between these two boxers. Chanu launching marauding attacks and finding the range on plenty of frequent occasions as well. And there's confirmation, a unanimous sweep across the board. Judge A scoring it 10-8, indicating that it was a clear round. And again, in the AIBA interpretation of the 10-point must system, 10-9 is for a close winner, 10-8 a clear winner, 10-7 total domination. So you don't have to put your opponent on the floor for it to be a 10-8 round, as is the usual occurrence in the professional code. But there's an example, or these are examples of the swarming attacks being launched by Chanu. Really commits to her punches. Gorisnaja was able to find the right cross success on a couple of occasions deep in the round. But it was this woman's educated pressure that got her the nod across the board. And she comes out to begin the second round and lands a right hand over the top, looking to go after Gorisnaja immediately. Picking up the back leg as she was launching that right hand, out of range, out of reach. She's had most of her success in that type of territory, mid and short range, and it's a familiar combination. But look how she turned the left uppercut underneath. But usually it's right hand to the body, left hook to the head, just as we see there. There's a lead left hook, but everything is a bent arm shot as she crashes the right hook around the corner, followed by a combination, and the referee from the Czech Republic intervening to issue a standing 8 count inside the opening minutes of the second round. Gorisnaja's problems mounting by the second. After she was swept, she conceded the opening round unanimously. Chanu has come out very aggressively indeed, and is landing hurtful punches to both body and head. And her hooks, nice catch with the gloves. Now we've got a problem with the head guard. Well, I thought it was with the head guard, but it's actually an injury to the nose. The referee placed her palm, her fist into her palm, indicating that this injury was caused by a punch. And now we go and get the headgear adjusted over in the corner of the Estonian boxer. Gorisnaja, the only woman on the 5-strong Estonian boxing team. Whereas India have boxers in every weight category in both the tournaments for men and women. 10 women, 10 men. Give them a full complement of 20 boxers. So just over a minute gone in the second round. Chanu will be keen to establish the dominance she was asserting in that opening minute. Issuing a straight counters again, an 8 counters again. She's just willing to engage and completely overwhelming Gorisnaja, and issues the second standing count of the round. Now remember, there can be a maximum of 4 standing counts per contest, but it's been stopped at just beyond the midpoint of round number 2. A dominant display by Babi Rajisana, Chanu of India. Her swarming, marauding attacks, overwhelming Diana Gorisnaja of Estonia. 2 standing counts issued in the second round. And again, her bent arm shot selection was impressive indeed. Hooks around the corner, look at that, followed up by a flurry of punches. All of them landed with the elbow cocked. And the referee intervening to issue the second standing count of round number 2, and then calling the contest off. Chanu winning RSC.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner by RSC second round is the boxer from the blue corner, Kanu Nawarem Babarosiana, India.
So there's confirmation of a stoppage victory for Babi Rojisana Chanu. Very good display indeed. Exclusively on the front foot and very accurate with her punch picking at short and mid-range. She goes through to the quarterfinals, where she'll face off against the home boxer, Alexis Kubitska. And what a firefight that one promises to be. That's scheduled for the 19th of April in the evening session.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for next bout, number 124 in ring K. This is a women's fly, 48-51 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Ecuador, Gomez Genesis.
So we remain in the 51 kilogram flyweight division, and this one between boxers from Ecuador and Latvia.
And his opponents, representing Latvia, Silke Victoria, blue corner. Judge assignments: 1 Scotland, 2 Taipei, 3 India, 4 Argentina, 5 United States. Referee Vadival, Argentine Hanhan, Singapore.
So 5 judges seated around the boxing ring will score this one. They're from Scotland, Chinese Taipei, India, Argentina, and the United States of America. The 10-point must system in effect. So there is Genesis Gomez, preparing for her first bout of Kielce 2021, as is Victoria Silka from Latvia. 17 boxers lined up to comprise the 51 kilogram flyweight bracket, so there was only one contest in the round of 32. Our referee is from Singapore. Well, it's been chilly so far here in Kielce, hence the hat on the inside from the Ecuadorian coach. But make no mistake, the action inside the boxing ring has been hot indeed. We expect that to continue. We remain in the 51 kilogram flyweight division.
Round 1.
So 3 3-minute rounds then in the women's 51 kilogram flyweight class. This one between boxers from Ecuador and Latvia. The southpaw wearing red, the more compact of the two boxers, is Genesis Gomez, 18 years of age, national junior champion in 2017, down at 48 kilograms. The taller figure wearing blue is Victoria Silka, 19 years old, and the European youth champion from 2019. It's the more compact figure looking to get onto the front foot and score with punches at close range. Bobbing and weaving is Gomez. Nice lead left hand, and it brings about a standing count. An exquisitely picked punch using quick feet to close the distance, and a rapier-like left out of that southpaw stance, fired out and bringing about a standing count. Gomez, very busy indeed, looking to get to work behind her southpaw right jab and work her way back in. Can Silka, as she takes another hard southpaw left, another arcing punch on the inside, and it brings about the second standing count of the opening round. Blistering start by Genesis Gomez, and Victoria Silka, well, she could well be stopped here. And there indeed is an opening round stoppage. Genesis Gomez wasting no time into the boxing ring, setting about her opponent and bringing a conclusion to this contest in the opening round. Victoria Silka, in many respects, caught cold because Genesis Gomez was all over her practically from the opening bell, and she didn't get time to settle into her rhythm. 2018 European Junior bronze medalist eliminated in the first round of this contest. Swarming aggression is effective indeed from Genesis Gomez.
The winner of this bout by RC first round is the boxer from the red corner, Genesis Gomez, Ecuador.
So a terrific performance by Genesis Gomez, eliminating the 2018 European Junior bronze medalist with a first round stoppage, RSC. After bringing about two standing counts, she goes through to the quarterfinal stage. Victoria Silka eliminated. Our next contest is between boxers from the Czech Republic and Italy.
Next bout in ring A after 20 minutes.
Well, again, we've been talking during the course of Kielce 2021 at AIBA. I've been toying with the idea of using prescribed start times. And given that we've had two stoppages in a row here in ring A, they've got themselves considerably ahead of schedule, because the next contest was scheduled to start at 45, 3/4 to the hour. That's 14:45, 2:45 p.m. local time, Central European time. But given that we've had a second round stoppage produced by the Indian boxer Chanu, and then a first round stoppage scored by the Ecuadorian boxer Genesis Gomez, well, the schedule is completely ahead of the prescribed times that have been outlined by AIBA, allowing for around 15 minutes per contest. So the next bout will be scheduled to start at 45, so just about 11 minutes from now. But the action will continue here in Ring A at Kielce 2021. Some of the sights and sounds from backstage here at the Hala Legionov. Got light heavyweight boxers and super heavyweight boxers from the men's tournament to come during the course of this 6th session of boxing. We've talked about the fact that despite us being in COVID-19 conditions, we've got over 400 boxers who have made their way here from all across the world, 140 women, 270 men, for a total of 414 athletes from 52 different national Olympic commissions. Africa have arrived here with a total of 10 boxers from Morocco and Swaziland. The Americas well represented too, with a total of 41 boxers from 7 different nations in the Americas region, which of course stretches from Canada in the north all the way down to Argentina in the south. Asia well represented with 110 boxers from 11 different national Olympic commissions. India here with a full-strength squad of 20 boxers. Uzbekistan, who were perfect coming into day 4 of competition, suffered their first loss when Firuza Kazakova, the 2019 Asian Junior gold medalist, lost on a 3-2 split in a cracking contest against the 2020 European Youth Champion Alexis Kubicka of Poland. So that was Uzbekistan's first loss after they arrived here with a contingent of 18 boxers. Poland, one of the 4 nations here with a full complement of 20 boxers, 10 men and 10 women, along with Russia, India and Kazakhstan. And then from Europe, the most well-represented region of all, 253 boxers from 32 different national Olympic commissions. That's what's taking place over in Ring B. This 2-ring setup here at the Hala Legionov. Magnificently dressed hall. That gives you an idea as to the size of this venue. Opened in 2006, ordinarily used for handball. But for 11 days and 10 days of competition, it is AIBA boxing that is taking center stage. The first global boxing tournament staged in this nation with a really rich boxing history. Had continental championships here previously. But it's the world's best teenage boxers between the ages of 17 and 19 who are in the spotlight here in the city in south central Poland. Andy Clark is commentating over on Ring B.
Bout number 125.
We're about to get underway once again in Ring A after back-to-back stoppages RSC.
In the red corner, please welcome boxer from Czech Republic, Zajícová Veronika.
So this one between boxers from the Czech Republic and
in
Italy.
The blue corner, representing Italy, Ayari Lucia Ellen. Judge assignment: 1 Hungary, 2 Malaysia, 3 Bosnia and Herzegovina, 4 Croatia, 5 Ukraine. Referee Łukasz Yersaliev, Kyrgyzstan.
So here are the judges who will be scoring this one. They come from Hungary, Malaysia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Croatia and Ukraine. This a contest between 2 17-year-olds. There is Veronika Sajikova from the Czech Republic. Her opponent across the ring in the blue corner, also 17 years of age, Lucia Ellen Ayari. Both of these boxers highly decorated. This woman, a 2-time European Championship medalist, taking silver and bronze at the junior level. Our referee, Łukasz Yersaliev from Kyrgyzstan. So she comes in as the 2020 Youth National Champion, does Ayari. As for Sajikova, in the European Youth Championships in 2020, she came away with a bronze medal and made a smooth transition from the junior to the youth level, taking national titles in consecutive years. So the referee that the equipment is in place and as it should be. Well, there's no crowd in attendance here, and I'm sat on a ring apron, and I barely heard those final instructions, but I think the semaphore was clear.
Round 12.
And we're underway. 3 3-minute rounds in the 51-kilogram flyweight division between two 17-year-old boxers. They represent the Czech Republic and Italy. Veronika Zajikova is the boxer wearing red, the taller of the two, who's just taken a cuffing left hand from Lucia Ellen Ayari from Italy. More compact figure, boxing out of the blue corner. Right hand wasn't too far away from Zajikova. Oh, but that's a strong right-left combination from Ayari, up on her toes and moving from side to side. Nice shot selection in the opening minutes of this first round. Looking for a right hand over the top, but was picked off by straight punches by Zajikova, who then moved off to her left. Looking for that right hand over the top again, Ayari. And then runs her opponent into it once more, following up with a left jab. Ayari presenting a bustling figure in front of her taller opponent. Looking for a lead right hand once again, but was off the mark. Good right hand to the body landed by Zajikova. So flailing right hand landed by Zajikova. Just beyond the halfway stage of round number 1. Oh, beautiful right hand once again from Ayari. Boxers are guilty of falling into one another quite during the course of this opening round. Looking for that backhand once again is the boxer in blue. Zajikova trying to work away. Blue spoken to about holding. Well, you have to watch yourself now, Ayari. Quick resumption from Zajikova, but it was a eye-catching left hand landed by the Italian boxer wearing blue. There's a nice right hand once again, but you see right arm around the rear, and that's another. Well, we said she's going to have to watch how she conducts herself. A warning's been taken for holding, and that is really turned this first round, which was competitive, but it's turned it against Ayari now, because she can score no more than 9. In the event that she wins it for any judge, it's going to be 10 minus 1. If she loses it, it's going to be 9 minus 1, which will result in 8. But once you get spoken to on a couple of occasions about a particular infringement, you really are walking a tightrope if you commit that infringement again. Of course, the rules are clear, but how the referees interpret the rules, that's up to the boxers to adjust to. That's a nice right hand just before the bell landed by Ayari, but there is no, well, she can draw this round at best, and it's probably going to be, well, there's confirmation, a draw at 9-9. So all of her good work doesn't give her an advantage, because the 1 point away means that she can score no more than 9, despite the fact that her punch picking, particularly with the right hand, earned her a unanimous clean sweep for all 5 of the scoring judges.
Second out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. Lucia Ellen Ayari edged the first round, 10-9, but she was issued with a warning for holding as she looks for that right hand which served her so well in the first round once again to begin this second round. See, and now she's in a real pickle when she finds herself in this territory. She's taking her arms away to show that she's not holding. Maybe she'll try and get her hands free. Well, is this the warning here? Well, that evens things up in the warning department. My goodness, and now it's Zajikova who can score no more than 9. And she's got to win the round to come out with 9, but she lands a flashing left hook around the corner. But Ayari is really looking to target that right hand here in the second. And Sergeyeva, well, she really wasn't spoken to with any frequency about the infringement of holding. Well, the boxers may well want to keep this one at range so they don't fall foul of the referee on a subsequent occasion. See, they're in close range, but neither of them demonstrating body punching, leaning onto one another, trying to let their hands go at close quarters there with bent arm punches. But look at the arm bar around the neck from Ayari. Sergeyeva trying to get busy with her opponent pinned to the ropes. But those warnings have really changed the complexion of this contest now. You just wonder whether the two athletes are boxing with the handbrake on. Mindful of picking up another warning from the referee. There's a nice right hand landed by Sergeyeva as Ayari was retreating. Spinning off the line and trying to land leather was the woman in red. Right hand not too far away from Ayari. So 30 seconds to go in the second round. And the boxing at range, when they're boxing at range, we're seeing some really eye-catching punch picking, but once it gets beyond mid-range and into short range, it becomes a lot more untidy. That's where there's a lot more grappling and holding and wrestling, and that's why both of these boxers have been warned. And of course, a warning means that a point will be deducted from whatever score the boxer amasses in that particular round. Nice right hand landed by Ayari. And so, just as it was in the first round for Ayari, it's going to be that scenario in the second round for Sergeyeva. She took it for judges C and D, but she can get no more than 9. So a topsy-turvy scorecard, the advantage very much with the boxer in blue as we go into the third and final round. Having conceded it for 3 of the 5 judges, Sergeyeva, that is effectively a 10-8 round. And that is why Ayari is up by 2 points on the scorecards of those judges, because the first round, remember, was effectively 9-9 after Ayari was warned for excessive holding.
Seconds out, please. Round 3.
So into the third and final round then, the boxer wearing blue in an advantageous position. 17-19 up on 3 of the 5 scorecards. So the onus is going to be on Sergeyeva. Try and turn the tide in this contest. Given her greater reach and range, she's tried to establish straight punches. That's a nice left jab, was the final shot of that exchange from the woman in red. But invariably, even though she's trying to establish that long left hand, it ends up in Ayari's territory. And so Sergeyeva has to end up shortening her arms effectively, bending them at the elbows to try and curl shots on the inside. Taking matters into her own hands there is Sergeyeva. Retreating to a red corner to get the head guard adjusted. Nice left hand landed by Ayari. Can Sergeyeva establish that long straight left that she possesses to try and pile up some points in a bid to turn this one around? Remember, she needs a dominant final round in a bid to get back on terms for 3 of the 5 judges for whom she's trailing 17-19. Nice right hand landed by Sergeyeva. She needs more of that without reply. And I'm not sure boxing at this tempo is going to get it done, short of producing some punches to get Ayari out of there inside the distance. Got to try and up the work rate, quicken the tempo. And it's Ayari who is on the front foot looking to take the contest to Zajikova. It's Zajikova who's got to dig herself out of the deficit that she faces after 2 completed rounds. Good right hand landed by Ayari, and then a cuffing one on the inside when Zajikova looked as though she was trying to hold on. Hitting on the break is Ayari. Zajikova distracted by a head guard that appears to be just giving her a little bit of trouble. So, closing 40 seconds of this contest. Nothing wrong with the desire, no question of the desire, as the ponytail has come out of the head guard of Ayari. So both boxers facing challenges with their headgear. No limit as to the length of hair that's permitted in AIBA boxing. But in youth boxing and junior boxing, where head guards remain a feature, and indeed in women's boxing at the elite level, it must not interfere or potentially interfere with the vision of either the boxer or their opponent. A couple of whispered instructions shared with Ayari from the Italian coach as she was adjusting the head guard, closing 20 seconds, and Ayari is going to nurse this one over the line, sort of short of Zajikova, producing a finishing shot. So an exchange of single shots from the backhand, the final action of that flyweight contest. And one suspects it's going to be the woman in blue, Sia Ellen Ayari, who goes through to the quarterfinal stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the blue corner, Ellen Lucia Ayari, Italy.
And there is confirmation of a unanimous point decision victory. Lucia Ellen Ayari taking it for all 5 scoring judges. And Veronika Zajikova, 2020 European Youth Bronze medalist, eliminated in the round of 16 here at Kielce 2021. It's Ayari who goes through, delighted with her performance and the result. So up next are the 81-kilogram men's light heavyweight boxers. First day of action for them here in Kielce 2021.
Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 126 in ring K. Men's light heavy, 81 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Russia, Vasily Kaverin. And his opponent from Armenia, Hrant Torosyan.
So our first bout in the 81-kilogram light heavyweight division for men is between boxers from Russia and Armenia.
3 Italy, 4 Argentina, 5 Czech Republic. Referee Weronika Schuks, Hungary.
These then the 5 judges who will score this one using the 10-point must system. They come from Kazakhstan, Moldova, Italy, Argentina, and the Czech Republic. There is Vasily Kaverin. His opponent is Hrant Torosyan. Veronika Sux of Hungary is the referee. This one, a battle between two 19-year-olds. This man was actually 19 yesterday. So he'll be able to earn himself a belated birthday present in many respects and progress through to the round of 16. We've got 25 boxers making up the 81-kilogram light heavyweight bracket. So this effectively the round of 32 on the opening day of action in the 81-kilogram light heavyweight division for men.
Round one.
So we're underway then. Two southpaws facing off in this one. They hail from Russia and Armenia. The boxer in red is the Russian athlete, Vasily Kavarin, 19 years of age. Comes to the boxing ring as a two-time national championship silver medalist. And his opponent, his fellow southpaw wearing blue, is Hrant Torosyan, bronze medalist in recent national championships at the lower weight class of 75 kilograms. But of course, teenagers still growing. Who knows the weight class at which they will end up. But here in Kyoto 2021, 81-kilogram light heavyweight boxers, and it's a measured start by both men. Kavarin busy with his jab. Torosyan taking the opportunity to limber up in front of his opponent. He was out of punching range, but he wasn't out of range of that southpaw left hand. He tried to counter, but he's spoken to about punching incorrectly with the inside of the glove. Kavarin pecking and poking with the right jab. He dropped it down to the body, countered with the same shot from Torosyan. Nice use of the feet by Torosyan to put Kavarin on the ropes and score to the body. Beautiful right jab scored out of that southpaw stance by Kavarin in red. Scored with a hard left cross to the body of the man in blue. Flicking double jab, the second one he fully extended and found a range. Lead right hook gets around the left glove of Torosyan. Plenty of patience being exhibited by these boxers, and there's a nice solid left cross out of that southpaw stance from Kavarin. Was a right jab, and almost at the same time he uncoiled to land the left cross, and look at how he's backing Torosyan towards the ropes. Kidney punches not legal, of course, in the sport of boxing. Two tall, rangy light heavyweights, and I'm just struck by the height of the waistband on Torosyan's shorts. It's practically up beneath his armpits. Anything below that, of course, will be deemed to be a foul blow. That strikes me as rather high. Beautiful left cross once again landed by Kavarin, and he's timing that shot very well. And there's evidence, well, he's not really got much torso to aim at. Those trunks are so high. Or am I being harsh? But at least that's how I see things from my position on the ring apron here, or just beyond the ring apron. That would give him a very short torso and very long legs, if that indeed is where the man's waist is. But Kavarin has scored effectively with his left cross. He looked for the same shot once again, but was off the mark. The roundhouse left from Torosyan was off target as well. And one suspects that it will be Kavarin who will be given that round, and indeed he is, across the board, unanimously 10-9. Vasily Kavarin's punch picking, particularly with the southpaw left, earning him the nod.
Что бьешь, он немножко достает тебя, что ли, да? Ну ты старайся, ты вот бьешь один удар, бил, раз-два не достаешь. Неожиданно быстро. Да-да-да! 2-3 удара. Или раз-два, и вот этот еще длинный туда, передней рукой, правой, понял? Раз-два, три. Понял? Вот, через живот, по животу мало бьешь. Сильно рукой по животу, что не бьешь? Бьешь передней, достаешь. А сильно это удар тоже, разок-два. Так, все нормально. Так же.
Second out, please.
Вставай. Давай, не сбавляй.
Round 2.
Into the second round then. Vasily Kavarin, part of a full-size Russian boxing squad, 20 athletes here, 10 men, 10 women. Tarosian is part of a 9-strong male squad as Kavarin lands with a good left cross once again and then spins off the line by pivoting. 9 men and 2 women make up the 11-strong contingent representing Armenia. Tarosian just a little bit inactive for my liking. He looks as though he's a natural counter-puncher, but he's waiting and the counter's not forthcoming. And in the meantime, the busier Kavarin is just piling up the points by single pot-shot successes like that. So Tarosian has got to try and get busy. But again, waiting, and not looking to, or simply not getting his own shots away. And after conceding the opening round, 10-9, still time to turn things around, of course, but a minute has gone in the second. And now Tarosian starts to look for his own shots. Good right jab, but he takes one in reply. Hands down by his belt line now. That's inviting for Kavarin, and he steps in and scores with the double right jab. The left cross wasn't too far away that he fired over the top. Nice right jab landed by Tarosian. It was a glancing left hand in return by Kavarin. For that same backhand once again, the boxer in red, but nice layback employed by the Armenian boxer. Well, I don't think Tarosian's busy enough here. The way he's boxing, it's as though he's looking for a single shot knockout. Because while he's watching and waiting, it's always Kavarin initiating, which is all well and good if you're a counter-puncher, but the whole essence, the whole art of counter-punching is Tarosian takes another left cross, is to punch either as your man is punching and preferably beating to the punch, or make him miss and then score with your own counter. But the waiting is in evidence from Tarosian, but not nearly enough punching in order to be a counter-puncher. Right now, he's waiting and being beaten to the punch consistently. And if he carries on in this tenor with just 18 seconds remaining in a round, well, it's going to be another 10-9 round in favor of Kavarin. And then really, Tarosian's going to have to go for the stoppage in the third and final round. But I feel he's practically given this round away here. He'll have worked so hard to get here, and he's simply not let his hands go. Well, a rather subdued performance in that second round by Tarosian. And it's surely a clean sweep once again. And here's the evidence. He shapes up nicely, does Tarosian, but he simply didn't let his hands go. So some of the action, but it's practically all one way because there was only one man throwing punches in the second round. And it was Vasily Kavarin. So what can they say over in that blue corner to rouse Tarosian? Because it's been a performance that has been devoid of zip and energy so far. Only he and his team will know why, and maybe his team don't even know why. Only he will know why he hasn't been able to get busy in terms of his movement, in terms of his punch picking.
Round 3.
But he's going to have to do that here in the third. Otherwise, his appearance here at Kielce 2021 is going to be brief. Sporting touch of gloves to begin the third and final round. And Hrant Tarosian of Armenia has got to get busy. So is he able to raise the tempo? And if he is a natural counter-puncher, it's like trying to write with your opposite hand. If you've got to get on the front foot and be the aggressor, he's certainly not on the front foot. Is he going to increase his punch output? And with 30 seconds plus gone in a round, we're not seeing evidence of that yet. So the longer the sands of time continue to elapse and the clock ticks away, the more and more Tarosian is entering the realm of needing a one-shot stoppage or an RSC somehow to get the man out of there. But in order to produce a stoppage, you've got to let your hands go. Torossian simply not doing that. Kaverine winning this one at a canter because the man in front of him, well, it's as though he's a sparring partner who's turned up just to move around. Again, these are youth boxers, remember, between 17 and 19 years of age. This is the biggest stage on which they have boxed. And these are all foundational stepping stones en route to the elite level, the senior level for boxers over 19. Good left hand landed by Kaverine once again. Beautiful left and then a right uppercut brought into play by Kaverine. Another left cross. Torossian tries to retaliate with a left hook. But one wonders whether the magnitude of the occasion, as a left hook right hand lands by Kaverine, but has the magnitude of the occasion perhaps got to Torossian? Picked off effectively by a right-left once again out of the southpaw stance from Kaverine. Because, again, I'm speculating here because I haven't had a conversation with either Torossian or his coaching staff. But it just looks as though the occasion may well have inhibited his performance. Doesn't appear fatigued. He shaped up nicely in the first 30 seconds of the round. He was caught by some left crosses, but nothing that appeared to visibly shake him up. But he's remained in his shell for practically the entirety of this contest. And as such, Kaverine is going to win this contest at a cakewalk, and that is not what you expect at the global level of AIBA Youth Championship Boxing. One suspects Torossian is going to be incredibly disappointed when this final bell sounds. It is Kaverine who will be going through, and he's barely broken sweat. Boxing at a slow tempo, one that he dictated, that he controlled, and Torossian simply didn't let his hands go in this contest. Ice hockey great Wayne Gretzky had a saying, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Well, to mix our sporting metaphors, if you don't let your hands go in a boxing ring, there is simply no way you can win, short of being the beneficiary of a disqualification. And Kaverine not employing any means foul, so that was never going to be a possibility. And Hrant Torossian, well, he's going to be eliminated from Kielce 2021.
The winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Vasily Kaverine, Russia.
So it's Vasily Kaverine who goes through to the round of 16 here in the men's 81 kilogram light heavyweight division. A unanimous point decision victory. And perhaps, I don't think he'll have an easier contest than that at international global level. Hrant Torossian simply not letting his hands go, and the Armenian boxer eliminated in the first preliminary round.
Prosimy sędziego czasowego do ringu A. Ladies and gentlemen, bout number 128 in ring A, men's light heavy, 81 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Croatia, Terypienko Denis. And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Serbia, Almir Memik. Judge assignment: 1 Ukraine, 2 Italy, 3 Kyrgyzstan, 4 Malaysia, 5 Czech Republic. Referee Ashok Kabilan Sai, India.
So these then the judges who will preside over about 128. They're from Ukraine, Italy, Kyrgyzstan, Malaysia, and the Czech Republic. We remain in the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division, and this one between boxers from Croatia and Serbia. There is the Croatian boxer, Denis Serepinko. Habilan Sai is the referee. Amir Memic is the Serbian boxer, just having his headgear fitted over in the blue corner.
Round one.
So we're underway then, 81 kilogram light heavyweight action, featuring boxers from the neighboring Balkan nations of Croatia and Serbia. The man up on his toes, wearing red, who just took a left hand around the corner, is Denis Serepinko, 17 years of age. His opponent, the Serbian boxer wearing blue, who just comes forward with a two-fisted salvo, but didn't find a range, and then he's put on the end of a single shot. That man is Almir Memic, and this one being fought at a ferocious clip in the first 30 seconds of this opening round. Serepinko, slightly taller, will do well to get himself out of the corner where he found himself. For a rather sustained period, winging left hook by Memic was off the mark. The left jab to the body was an effective shot. Good left jab by the shorter boxer in blue once again. And then a cluster of punches penetrating the defenses of Serepinko. Shorter man in blue timing his punches terrifically. Oh, cracking right hand swivels the head of Serepinko. Now he's getting to work with arcing hooks from the left hand. There's another left hook which slams home from Memic. Very good portion of the round for him with just over a minute gone. Looking for that left hook once again. The right hand slow to get back to the on-guard position from Serepinko. And he's going to have to make an adjustment. He's a taller boxer. His shots look rather more languid. And in the meantime, short, crisp left hooks are being rattled around the corner and finding a home on the side of his head guard. There's the same shot in evidence once again. And Memic with a blistering start, good right hand over the top, causing Serepinko to adjust his head guard. A standing count could well be forthcoming here. And there it is, a sustained burst of pressure. Accurate punches crashing home from Memic. And with 2 minutes gone, we have our first standing count. So, oh, terrific punch picking with the left hand once again from Memic, and he's targeting the body effectively as well. Serepinko gamely trying to box back, but Memic giving him no room to breathe. Serepinko cleverly turns the tables to put Memic in the corner, but Memic gets himself out of that confined position. Bobs and weaves nicely underneath the punches, pushed out by Serepinko, and then the Sunday punch has landed once again. The left hook, which he's had so much success with in this opening round. Serepinko trying to shoot down the middle, but he's being outworked and outpunched through this portion of the opening round as we arrive near the 10-second clapper. Well, he's trying to fight fire with fire, but I'm not quite sure how smart a strategy that is. He takes a hard left hand to the body that brings about a reaction. Now Memic will have noted that and may well look to tickle his ribs once again. It's been a torrid opening 3 minutes endured by the 17-year-old in red. My goodness. A brilliant first round by Almir Memic, completely swarming his man, giving him very little time to think, very little time to breathe, and that is why it is 10-8 for 2 of the 5 scoring judges. Memic from Serbia sweeping the first round unanimously. Well, he set his stall out and went to work with bent-arm punches from both flanks, but it was the left hook in repeatedly, just like that there, that he had continual success with over the course of the opening round. Cherepinko tried to keep himself in contention, but he was being hit from all angles when his back was to the ropes, and that's why a standing count was issued in that first round.
Round 2.
So into the second round then. Both of these men representing boxing teams that don't feature any female boxers. 5 men on the Croatian boxing team, 4 men on the Serbian squad. Right hand over the top is a good shot once again from Memic. It's Cherepinko trying to, again, engage him and fight back, but I'm surely he needs to get up on his toes as a hard right-left crashes home. No standing 8 count. Cherepinko, you have to admire his toughness, his conditioning and his chin, but I'm not quite sure he's boxing to his strengths here, because surely, given his stature and that of his opponent, Cherepinko should be trying to box. But increasingly, it looks as though Cherepinko wants to have a fight. And Memic appears to be far better equipped, far better suited to fighting in that type of territory. Cherepinko cleverly turning the tables once again. Cuffing right hook was landed with the inside of the glove. Oh, that's a beautiful corkscrew left, snaked out by Memic, and it brings about the second standing count of the contest. Well, when neighboring nations take to the boxing ring, or indeed any sporting endeavor, it often, these derbies in effect, even though we're dealing with nations, so much emotion involved. And that perhaps fueling the intensity as another right hand crashes home, and it brings about a conclusion to the contest. Almir Memic absolutely delighted. His non-stop punching was accurate and effective, and eventually it took his man out of there in the second round. Denis Cherepinko, well, he had some successes, but they were sporadic and short-lived compared to the sustained success that Memic was able to enjoy, courtesy of his terrific punch-picking from both flanks. Hooks crashing around the corner, right hands over the top, and the shot which brought about the second standing count was a snaking corkscrew left. Here's the verdict.
By RC. Second round is blue corner, Almir Memic, Serbia.
So Almir Memic of Serbia winning by a second round stoppage, producing 2 standing counts in that contest, and his arcing punches effective indeed. He goes through to the round of 16.
Bout number 129. In ring A, men's light heavy, 81 kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Poland, Sebastian Kusz. And his opponent in the blue corner, representing Israel, Oleg Berkowicz. Judge assignment: 1 Scotland, 2 Moldavia, 3 Kazakhstan, 4 Argentina, 5 Hungary. Referee 9 Ramal, Croatia.
So we remain in the 81 kilogram light heavyweight division. This one will be judged by officials from Scotland, Moldova, Kazakhstan, Argentina, and Hungary. Contest being fought between boxers from Poland and Israel. Here is the Polish boxer, Sebastian Kusz. Light heavyweight tournament getting underway today, so it's the first bout of Kielce 2021 for both of these boxers. Here's his opponent from Israel, Oleg Berkowicz. Naim Ramaj of Croatia is the referee. He'll call both boxers to center ring just as soon as the head guards are fitted and secured.
Round 1.
So 81 kilogram light heavyweight action between boxers from Poland and Israel. The home representative wearing red is Sebastian Kusz, 17 years of age. His opponent is a year older, that is Oleg Berkowicz from Israel. And this a battle reigning national champions. Nice left jab landed by the taller figure wearing red. And one suspects that is going to be an important punch for him in this particular contest if he hopes to keep his more compact opponent at bay. But of course, the left jab, an important punch for every boxer, irrespective of stature. Some of the more compact boxers in their respective weight classes in history have possessed magnificent jabs. Emil Griffith, former welterweight and middleweight world champion, practically shorter than every opponent he faced, particularly at 160. But his jab was sublime, always beating opponents to the jab. Such was his timing. Plenty of feinting in evidence as Kusz working to find the range. Left-right combination backs up Berkowicz to the neutral corner, and then he had a right-hand success. There was a left hook success from Berkowicz as Kusz was trying to disengage and back away. So Berkowicz looking as though he's waiting for the counterpunch, content to move the long way around the boxing ring, and there's a beautiful example of it. During that exchange, he landed a half hook, half uppercut with the left hand, just waiting to draw the lead that he can counter. Here it is once again, looking for that right hand over the top on this occasion, but didn't quite find the range. So Berkowicz relying on his reflexes, relying on his timing. On that occasion, he did lead off and he got through with the right hand. It was a grazing blow over the top. And in AIBA boxing in general, but AIBA boxing in particular, if you are a back foot operator who likes to counterpunch, sometimes important, just as Berkowicz did there, to demonstrate another side to your game. So there is no way that you can be perceived as being negative, even though that may be your preferred style, to box on the back foot and try and lure in your opponent. On occasion, have to stand your ground, have to push your opponent back, just to demonstrate to the judges that you're not trying to nick the contest as he gets through with a looping left hand and a right hand over the top. Right-left success for Kush on the back foot. As Berkovic changing his posture, just as I suggested that back foot boxers often need to. So enthralling contest, this one. Berkovic trying to quicken his feet and walk down his taller opponent. Snaking single gets through from the man in red. Well, a very busy opening 3 minutes and a 4-1 split in favor of the man in red. So for the majority of the round, this was the territory where it was fought. Kush on the front foot, but then on occasions, Berkovic would try and turn the tables, and there was the half hook, half uppercut that he landed in the midpoint of the opening round. Then towards the end of the round, he got onto the front foot and was looking to push back the Polish boxer. What type of tactics will transpire in the second? The first round taken on a 4-1 split in favor of Sebastian Kush.
Round 2.
So both boxers out to ring center to begin the second round, and Kush looking to get to work behind a busy lead left hand. Being blocked by the lead left of Berkovic, who's trying to counter with it over the top. Fencing in effect between these two in the first 20 seconds of this second round. Lead left hook not too far away. Effective boxing off the back foot as Kush was able to spin his way out of the corner. Again, the feinting continues. Berkovic, just guilty of waiting too long, was fed a flicking left jab there. And again, there's the layback, but he didn't. After making the man miss, he wasn't able to make him pay. So Kush looking to vary his jab, and then he followed it up with a rapid-fire right cross, which did find the range. A 1-2 combination success for Kush, who then followed up with a couple of jabs as well. Well, Berkovic notably quickened his feet in the closing stages of the opening round. Looks he's trying to get over the front foot now, and he's quickened his work rate once again. But Kush demonstrating adeptness, adroitness on the back foot, and then comes forward with a right hand, left hand success. The left drop down to the body. Berkovic backing up once again, trying to draw that lead that he can counter. But he's not having as much counter-punching success here in the first as he enjoyed in the second, a round that he conceded 10-9 for 4 of the judges here at the Hala Legionov, excuse me. Nice defensive maneuvers from from Berkovic as Kush got onto the front foot. There you see him slipping once again to make the man miss. Not quite sure that he's landing enough successful offense to be ahead in this round with 2 minutes gone. Still a minute to go though. He can turn things around because it's not a volume game. Even though AIBA boxing emphasizes skill, if you start to bomb away with crosses and hooks to put your man on the floor, that can completely turn around on its head. And that is one of the beautiful things about the sport of boxing. As long as the boxers are on their feet, the contest remains within reach, because a single beautifully timed blow can turn everything that preceded it completely on its head. But Berkovic hasn't been busy enough for my money here. He's waited, he's made Kush miss. He's waiting for that counter, and he's only doing the first half of the equation, making the man miss, but then not making him pay a price. But in between the activity from Kush, for my money, he's taken that second round. What say the 5 judges seated ringside? Well, it's a 10-8 round. Such was the inactivity from Berkovic for Judge A, 10-9 for the rest of the observers. But Kush in complete control. And Berkovic, for my money, rather conceded that round in tame fashion. Clear what his tactics are, trying to play the counter-puncher, and he did make Kush miss on occasion. but then he was taking combinations like that, and he didn't have any replies that were anywhere near as notable. Unlike in the first round, where he had some success to both body and head, particularly with a half hook, half uppercut. No such successes in the second. This man's in a commanding position.
Seconds out, please.
So it is 20-18 across the board.
Round
Because
3.
Judge A, who scored the opening round in favor of Berkovic, scored the second round 10-8 in favor of Kush. So Berkovic needs an enormous third and final round, and he's come out with far more intensity in this third, looking for that left hook. But again, you only have three-minute rounds to compete in AIBA boxing, and one has to wonder, where was this urgency, where was this intensity in the second round? Because he conceded the opening round 10-9 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. But it was a really passive second 3 minutes for the 18-year-old Israeli boxer. And now he finds himself trailing heavily, and he has to go for it. And remember, his tendencies that we've seen here in Kielce 2021 suggest that he's a natural counterpuncher. It's going to be very difficult to win the contest in that tenor, and that's why he's having to get onto the front foot, and that's why he was walked onto a right hand. Kush with a left uppercut on the inside. Berkovic has got to force the pace now. And this may well go against all of his instincts, all of his preferences. But if he hopes to progress to the round of 16, well, he's got to do something drastic, and it calls for something different. To his credit, he is trying it. But again, it can feel so uncomfortable. If you're used to boxing, if you have a preferred boxing style, and then you're asked to do something completely different, liken it to writing the alphabet with your opposite hand. You know what you have to do, but doing it with your left hand, if you're a right-hander, is very difficult indeed. Some boxers, of course, have no weakness and can box forwards, backwards, going laterally, counterpunch, be the aggressor. But those men and women boxers, very few and far between, and those who can operate in that fashion, provided they're in good condition and have got good punch resistance as well, they generally go on to become greats of the game. But make no mistake, there have been plenty of greats of the game, as Kush is moving wonderfully now to evade the advances, and then scores with a beautiful 1-2 between the gloves of the man in blue, then a jolting left jab, snaps Berkovic's head back again. But there have been many greats of the game who have been strictly one-way boxers. But Berkovic, again, one suspects he's going against all of his preferred stylistic talents here. But he's got to do it if he hopes to progress. He takes a right hand on a chin that was wide open, and another one crashes over the top of a low-held left. Well, Berkovic started this well, despite conceding the opening round 4-1, but then since that time, he rather conceded the second round by virtue of his inactivity, and then in the third round, when he had to get onto the front foot and really chase the contest, he wasn't able to close the gap because Kush controlled the space of the boxing ring very well indeed. He's going to be going through to the last 16 of the light heavyweight division on a unanimous points verdict, one suspects. But of course, we await official confirmation. That's just my perspective from here ringside at the Halle Legionov.
Ladies and gentlemen, winner by unanimous decision is boxer from red corner, Sebastian Kusz, Poland.
So Sebastian Kusz, a unanimous points decision victor over Oleg Berkovic of Israel. Very controlled display indeed. He acknowledging all sides of the ring here at his home championships, and he goes through to the round of 16. Oleg Berkovic eliminated here in the round of 32.
Bout number 130 in ring A. Men's super heavy, 91 plus kilogram. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from España, Oaxaca Lacrosse Mohamed.
So we move up to the biggest athletes of all here at Kielce 2021. We're in the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division. And this one between boxers from Spain and Croatia.
Assignment 1, Ukraine. 2, Taipei. 3, United States. 4, Singapore.
Well, this one being scored by judges from Ukraine, Chinese Taipei, United States of America, and Singapore and Malaysia. Given that we're in the super heavyweight division, they may well not be called upon to score 3 3-minute rounds, because this man, my goodness, he was devastating. The round of 32, super heavyweight division has 18 boxers. So he was the one of the men who fought in the evening session on the 14th of April, and he did not hang around, getting his man out of there with less than 2 minutes gone on the clock. His opponent, Mohamed Ouaoua, preparing for his first bout of Kielce 2021, having received a bye in the first preliminary round.
Agüita. Agua.
Well, what a contest we have in prospect here. The opening bout in the super heavyweight division in this 6th session of boxing here in Ring A is between boxers from Spain and Croatia. And the man wearing blue is the Croatian boxer, Josip Koric, 18 years of age. His opponent wearing red, the more compact operator, is Mohamed Ouaoua, 17 years of age. He took a junior title in 2019. Koric comes in as the reigning national champion at super heavyweight as he scores with a good right hand between the high-held gloves of Ouaoua. Really was a blistering performance to score that first round stoppage in the round of 32 by Koric. There he's looking for the overhand right once again. While rather telegraphed the left hook, which was short by some distance. Good right hand to the body landed by the man in blue. Looking for the left hook was Ouaoua, but it was long. Went around the rear of the head of Koric. Koric trying to come forward behind his jab before dropping down and scoring with punches beneath the elbows and a strong right cross caused Ouaoua to become disorganized. He's now in a neutral corner just above our commentary position, and he's being out-punched during this exchange. Ouaoua then spoken to about punching incorrectly. Koric keen to step back into the pocket and let his hands go. Just coming off a good portion of the round as we pass the midpoint of the opening stanza. Been spoken to on a couple of occasions about punching incorrectly now. Ouaoua, good left jabs and then a right cross straight between the high-held defenses of Ouaoua. Wonderful accuracy from Koric. Left jab once again, pushing back the 17-year-old. And Koric beginning to get on top here now, minute to go. And Ouaoua's got to be careful that he's simply not going from corner to corner. Was momentarily trapped in his own corner, now trying to goad the man in. Koric obliges and helps himself to another two-shot salvo. Ouaoua trying to box his way off the ropes. He's suffered damage to the nose, making breathing more difficult. Trying to unload heavy leather now, but Koric in complete control. And the man in red is becoming ragged. His work is becoming rather languid, and he's being out-punched. He's keen to initiate a clinch just to get some respite. Breathing heavily, and then Again, that's a more difficult endeavor, the most natural activity of breathing, because he suffered nose damage, and that is why the ringside physician has been called to inspect it. So this perhaps welcome respite for Mohamed Ouar, but of course it allows Josip Koric to recover his energy levels. There's a hard right hand and another one drives Ouar backwards. Ouar gamely trying to box and fight back, but he's coming out second best, and the heavier shots, the cleaner shots, landing from Koric. And again, windmill right hands being swung over, but that was a difficult opening round for the man in red, because the further the round progressed, Koric from Croatia just increased the margin between the two of them. 10-9 across the board in favor of Koric from Croatia. Some of the action from the first round.
Treba na ruki, tajming, pam.
Okej? I samo izvuci, imaš dobar apet, izvuci apet, liva ti uvijek radi, a desni, aperkat desni, okej?
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
Into the second round then, and immediately onto the front foot and scoring with a double jab right hand is Koric from Croatia. Backing up is Ouar, and he's being backed into the neutral corner and put on the end of stiff straight punches, completely losing his shape. Now he tries to fire back with speculative right hands, but he's not really finding the range. So nothing wrong with his desire, but he takes another solid left jab that jolts his head back once again. Koric has used that shot terrifically. Stiff puncher is the man in blue. And not afraid to, well, that's hitting on the break. Well, what a calamitous period here by Ouar, not protecting himself, looking in the direction of the referee. And while he did so, Koric was helping himself to a handful of punches, 3 shots. And you don't want to take shots from a super heavyweight like this without being prepared for them. But of course, you have to protect yourself at all times as an arcing right hook goes around the corner, spearing left jabs, right crosses going straight through the defenses of Ouar. He's trying to fight back, but he's being outpunched and overwhelmed. The mouthpiece has been dislodged. And again, this is going to buy him some time. Now, all you can say well, it's Koric's mouthpiece that came out. What an inopportune time for it to do so. Because he was in complete ascendancy. And that's one time it's come out now. If it comes out on another 2 occasions, it's going to cost him a point, which could change the complexion of the contest as he longs out a left jab once again, trying to work his way back in and regain the momentum that was fully in his favor during that terrific portion of the second round. Wow. Damaged nose being inspected once again. And there you may have, I can tell you that the referee made a gesture of putting his fist into his palm, indicating that this injury has been caused by a punch. So in the event that this injury causes the bout to be stopped, it will be RSCI. Oh, the breathing of Ouar, audible from my commentary position here, becoming labored. Mouthpiece rinsed and reinserted. He has got to re-enter the fray. Referee following COVID-19 safety protocols in evidence here. Ensuring that his hands are sanitized, but Koric right back over that front foot, and he's scoring effectively with that lead left hand. But look, Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Well, Wawa's problems mounting by the second here. He's being outworked, he's being outpunched and outboxed in this contest, and then he's being given a warning for punching incorrectly with the inside of the glove. So he could well have been on the way to losing this round 10-8 anyway. Such has been the dominance of Koric. And if it is, well, whatever score total he amasses, 1 point's going to come off it. Can see he's incredibly weary, and that's because of the punches that he has taken. All of the accuracy has left his work. The sharpness is gone. Almost ready for the taking now. Clings on, claims his man, and will make it back to his corner at the end of round 2. But my goodness, another torrid 3 minutes endured by Mohamed Ua of Spain. Koric in complete control. And again, let's see what these scorecards read, because for my money, that was a clear round in favor of the man in blue. And there it is, 10-8 for 4 of the 5 scoring judges. Take 1 away from that 8. It's effectively a 10-7 round. And with 1 round to go, well, short of getting stopped inside the distance, Koric is going to crash his way into the quarterfinals of the super heavyweight tournament, courtesy of punch picking like this. His left jab has been really effective, and here's evidence of it. Working his way in behind that most fundamental of punches and following it up with a solid backhand like that. Terrific variety on the left hand as well.
Round 3.
Well, Ua taking every second of the 60 and then some. He's still not got his mouthpiece in place. Remember, he's been spoken to about it being dislodged. So extra respite given to the Spanish boxer. May be able to solve himself for one final rally. Oh, there's another right hand. And well, he's showing distress signals here for my money. Trying to show contempt for the punches, but he's continuing to eat them up. And this is just piling up the points and continuing to drain his tank in terms of energy. And I'm not sure he's going to make it out of this contest. Left hook is a beautiful long shot landed by Koric. Ua spoken to about punching incorrectly once again. Oh, and this is going to be another warning. 2 warnings issued for punching incorrectly. And Ua, his mind could well be going walkabout here. He's falling foul, or he's invoking the ire of the referee. He's in with a more experienced, more accomplished opponent, a man who is older. The gum shield has come out again, has it? No, it's the chin strap this time. Well, no. It's the chin strap that needs attention, not the damaged nose. You have to admire the courage of this man and his commitment. He's been issued 2 standing counts. He's been put on the end of some terrific punch picking, but he's game, he's committed, and he's remaining in there. This, of course, is the sport of boxing. And it will be a fight, but look at the quality of the shot selection from Koric. Beautiful right hand, spins the man in red on his toes. And I'm surprised the standing count wasn't forthcoming there. Ua gamely hanging on. And again, he's complaining to the referee. Koric helping himself to free shots in the meantime. And I think this one should be stopped, because Ua is being punched all over the ring. Simply doesn't have the energy levels to demonstrate his skills. The referee giving him every opportunity in this weight class, of course. One shot will turn it around more than in any other weight division, such as the weight of these athletes. But look at this, he can't avoid the most basic of jabs. Fighting on fumes now. Winging in overhand rights and lefts, but there's no technique on his punch selection whatsoever. And this is going to be an exercise in survival for Ua. As we've suggested in super heavyweights, one punch can change everything, but I don't think Ua has got it within him to launch that type of shot. He can barely hold his boxing stance. But again, you have to admire his commitment, his courage, and his conditioning. But this bout could have been stopped at any time in the 3rd round for my money. But again, the referee giving Koric every opportunity. A third warning. Well, and look, the mouthpiece is coming out. Just so much distress signals coming from the man in red, and with 3 warnings issued, well, this contest is over. 2 for punching incorrectly. 3rd warning issued for holding. It's been a very difficult afternoon's work indeed for Mohamed Ouar.
Third round, disqualification. Winner is blue corner, Josip Koric, Croatia.
So a disqualification here at Kielce 2021. 3 warnings issued against Mohamed Ouar. It is Josip Koric of Croatia who goes through to the quarter-final stage. He hasn't heard the final bell in either of his bouts so far. His first preliminary round contest, a first round stoppage. This one, a 3rd round disqualification. 2 warnings issued for punching incorrectly. Final warning issued for excessive holding. But make no mistake, he completely dominated that contest against Mohamed Ouar. He's eliminated here in the round of 16 after his first contest. It's Koric who goes through to the quarterfinals.
Bout number 131 in ring A. Men's super heavy, 91 kilogram plus. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Cuba, Arzola Lopez Fernando Alejandro.
So we remain in the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division, and this one between boxers from Cuba and the home nation
And his
Poland.
opponent representing blue corner from Poland, Domurad Jacob Mateusz. Judge assignment: 1 Hungary, 2 India, 3 Kyrgyzstan, 4 Croatia, 5 Italy. Referee
So they're the referees who will score this one. They're from Hungary, India,
Republic.
Kyrgyzstan, Croatia, and Italy. There is the Cuban boxer, Fernando Alejandro Arzola Lopez, 18 years of age. His opponent is also 18. That is Jacob Mateusz Domurad from Poland. Our referees from the Czech Republic are just a few moments away for our second super heavyweight bout of this 6th session of boxing.
Balansu, dużo balansu. Pod niego, nóżkę przednią pod niego.
Boxers, keep your head up, okay? No holding, no slapping, no low blow. Listen to me. Shake hands. Good luck.
Pamiętaj, nie był w walce.
Round 1.
So super heavyweight action. 91 kilograms plus is the weight class in this one between boxers from Cuba and Poland. The man wearing red is the Cuban representative, Fernando Arzola. His opponent is Jacob Domurad from Poland. fighting in their first bout of Kielce 2021 as a right hand landed by Arzola. Looping right hand tried by Domurad, but it was off target. Nice lead left jab, twice, 3 times poked out by Arzola. You can see he's the taller of the two boxers and he's using his range well. Again, Domurad firing a lead right hand but couldn't find the range. So a minute gone in the opening round. Arzola looking to turn that shot around the corner, but it was Domurad who scored with a glancing right hand, catching him as he was retreating. Good right hand landed once again by Domurad. Arzola going backwards, edging himself towards the ropes in the neutral corner just above our commentary position. And as soon as he was confined, he was hit with that shot he was just tagged with there. A right hand over the top. Arzola looking to establish his range, looking to time his shot selection. But the busier man is the man in blue. Arzola comes forward with a left-right, but didn't have any accuracy on the attempted combination. So Domurad waiting, looking to launch that right hand, which has been effective in this opening half of the first round. Trying to go down to the body, and then a right hand landed upstairs, followed by a slapping left from Arzola during that exchange. Well, heavy leather being landed, but it landed incorrectly, as it was with the inside knuckle part of the glove. Both men feinting with the feet and with the head. Roundhouse left, swung in by Domurad. Physical on the inside. Arzola getting back to range. Establishes a beautiful lead left hand and walks the man in blue right into it. Left-right was off the mark. The right hand was anyways. It came down in a slapping motion over the top, but then a solid left jab did land from Arzola, and then a right hand success followed by a left jab. Two men just checking one another out at the closing bell for that first round. Right hand successes for the man in blue. Left jab success for Arzola. It is the Cuban boxer who has taken it for all 5 scoring judges.
Second out, please.
Arzola up early to re-enter the fray to contest round 2. Cuba for the 9-man boxing team here to Kielce 2021. Athletes in every weight category in the men's tournament other than at 91 kilogram heavyweight. Now for Poland, they've got boxers in each and every weight class in both the men's and the women's tournaments. Nice left hand landed by Arzola. Exchange of jabs on that coming together. Well, neither boxer listening to the command or obeying the instruction of break. And again, instructions not being heeded here. And look at the two boxers continuing to lock eyes on one another. Roundhouse right was way off the mark from Arzola, straight around the rear of Domurad. Physical contest, this one, with these two super heavyweights continually leaning on. Good right hand left hook landed by Arzola, perhaps the cleanest shots of the second round. Left jab is an effective shot by the boxer in red. And when he uses that shot, when he times it very well indeed, I'm a little bit surprised that he's not using it more against his more compact opponent in blue, who is looking to roughhouse his man on the inside. Along with the attempted shots on that occasion. Good right hand to the head, preceded by a right hand to the body, but now both of these men planting their feet and letting big shots go. Terrific exchange. With just under a minute to go in the second round. Both men connected cleanly during the course of that coming together. There's a right hand around the corner for Arzola. Left hand to the body again on the command of stop from Arzola. Very physical, this one. Two boxers towering over the official in the boxing ring. Again, they're not listening to the instructions of break or stop. The referee from the Czech Republic having to get herself in between these two super heavyweight boxers. Oh, that's a solid right hand, but I'm not quite sure it landed correctly from Arzola. Almost a pivot punch there as Arzola was flailing his hands and almost landed with a backhand. They continue to exchange shots after the bell. Oh, pockets of activity in that round, and one suspects it's Arzola who will be the victor once again. He swept the first round unanimously. A 4-1 split, Domorad taking it for Judge D. Some of the action from round number 2.
Second out, please. Round 3.
So into the third and final round then. Domorad took the second round for Judge D. Otherwise, both of the rounds have been scored in favor of the man in red, who just found himself in the neutral corner right above our commentary position, employed the layback to make Domorad miss before waltzing his man out of there and getting back to the space of center ring. He's on the back foot now, looking to score with that lead left hand, which he did effectively. So characteristic of so many Cuban boxers as Domorad has completely lost his footing. That low-held guard and relaxed style, but of course it's a risky proposition, perhaps riskier than in any other weight class up here at 91 kilograms. There's Domorad scoring on the chin, that's unprotected. Arzola grins his gum shield back in his direction. You don't want to take too many shots on an unguarded chin in the 91 kilogram plus weight class. But Arzola just showing his opponent that he's in control, and that's why he can box in this manner, giving off the air of relaxation and composure. The onus is on Domorad to try and turn this around. Glancing right hand landed by Arzola. Nice left jab on a retreat from the man in red as they test the tension of the strands. Oh my goodness. While Arzola wilted down to his knees, and Domorad helped himself to a right hand. Oh, Arzola's got to wipe his gloves. I'm not quite sure he understands. So the referee just has to give him some assistance. Swing and a miss from both flanks from Domorad. Arzola moving effectively off the ropes. Nice left jab off the back foot, just pecking and poking with it. And, oh, now again they're punching after the command of stop. Nice lateral movement to his left. Orzola circling clockwise around the boxing ring, now counterclockwise as he skips off to his right. And again, Domerad doesn't have the foot speed to close the distance, goes after his man, but doing nothing but swinging and missing with that lead left hook. Milking the clock now is Orzola. He knows that he's done enough. It's Domerad who needs to detonate a devastating blow, but instead he's put on the end of a left jab. Domerad continuing to swing away right until the closing bell, but it is not going to be enough. And the Polish boxer will be eliminated. He gave it absolutely everything in his bid to go through to the quarter-final stage. But he was picked off by some educated lead lefts from Orzola, and it will be the Cuban boxer who is going through to the quarter-final. Of course, we need official confirmation.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Arzola Lopez Fernando Alejandro. Cuba.
So, Fernando Alejandro Orzola Lopez, a unanimous points decision victor over the home boxer from Poland. Jakub Domerad eliminated in his first bout here at Kielce 2021. And flashes of skill from Orzola, particularly behind his lead left hand, and this is how he did it. Croatian judge scoring the second round in favor of the Polish boxer. Otherwise, Orzola taking all three of the rounds for all of the judges. He goes through to the quarter-final stage. What a matchup we have in prospect between him and Josip Koric. That one scheduled for the 18th of April in the evening session.
Bout number 132 in the ring A, men's super heavy, 91 kilogram plus. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer from Ukraine, Vasyl Tkachuk.
We remain in the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division, this one between boxers from Ukraine and Iran.
Judge assignments: 1 Croatia, 2 Argentina, 3 Kazakhstan, 4 Scotland, 5 Malaysia. Referee.
So we've got judges from Croatia, Argentina, Kazakhstan, Scotland and Malaysia scoring this one, our penultimate bout of the 6th session of boxing. Here is the Ukrainian boxer, Vasyl Tkachuk. And his opponent, Mahidi Jashnani, just 17 years of age. Our referee is from Chinese Taipei. Tkachuk just grinning that gum shield to demonstrate to the ref it is where it is supposed to be.
Четко левый в корпус, он ушел правый в голову. Машалла, Сирия, Сирия. Раз первый, ты первый.
Round 1.
So we're underway then. 3 3-minute rounds in the 91 kilogram plus super heavyweight division. This one between boxers from Ukraine and Iran. And the man who has come out bustling and busy is a Ukrainian boxer wearing red, Vasyl Tkachuk, 19 years of age. Two-time national champion is the man in red, facing off against the 17-year-old wearing blue, the Iranian boxer Mahdi Jashnani. Well, he had success with a roundhouse right, did Jashnani, but the final and more frequent words coming from the fist of the boxer in red, who went down to the body effectively. Right hand lead to the body was a scoring shot for Tkachuk. Rather flailing away is Jashnani when he's being put under pressure. Tkachuk spoken to about punching incorrectly with the inside of the glove. Beautiful left jab once again from the more compact boxer wearing red. Shot it out upwards and it fairly snapped the head back of Jashnani. Nice left-right combination followed by a left hook landed by the man in blue. Counter left hand on the back foot is a nice shot. Jashnani long with his attempted right hand as Tkachuk stepped in looking for his own offense. Oh, that's a beautiful right hand landed by Jashnani. So can Tkachuk crowd the man and make him lose his composure? When he's put Jashnani under pressure, some of his shots have lost their shape, but in his own range and territory, scoring with looping lefts and a straight right hand like that. So the onus is going to be on Tkachuk to try and get into short and mid-range, because at this type of distance, when he can lead off, Jashnani showing some really impressive punch picking. Right hand to the body from Tkachuk. Tkachuk rather telegraphing the right hand, drew it back and then was skipping across the boxing ring. Didn't find any success with it though. Lead left hook was off the mark from Tkachuk as Jashnani scores with a left hook of his own. Takes the left hook and then he turned it into a left jab, did Tkachuk. Two-shot success from the left flank. Surprised that Tkachuk's not looking to work away in that type of territory. Because Tkachuk's success has come when he's been able to crowd the taller boxer in this type of territory here. The shots of Jashnani become more languid when he's put under pressure like that with the man in red on his chest, but when he's not in that distance, well, Jashnani able to show some really effective punch picking, and that is why he has swept the opening round 10-9 across the board. So Tkachuk has demonstrated in tiny pockets what he needs to do. Can he sustain it for significant portions of the round to try and get back on terms, having conceded the first round unanimously?
Seconds out, please. Round 2.
So into the second round then. From my vantage point here ringside, the tactics are clear as Tkachuk gets out and tries to crowd the man in blue. This is where he had his success. He started the contest at this type of tempo and looking to get into that type of territory, that type of distance did Tkachuk. But then Jashnani, to his credit, was able to box on his terms, keep it long. And when Tkachuk couldn't close the distance, when he was put on to the end of some really nice shots, as Tkachuk, there you see him doubling up his attack, he's keeping it going when Jashnani's able to repel the first one. But still, Tkachuk hasn't had any success to speak of in this second round so far. Nice long right cross landed in languid fashion for Jashnani. But credit to Tkachuk, he's trying to quicken the tempo in a bid to get himself back into contention, having conceded the opening round. Well, exchange of single shots there, but again, Tkachuk coming with his attacks in waves now. And Jashnani tying the man up. He's being spoken to repeatedly about holding, but so too is Kachuk. Beautiful left-right combination from Kachuk, catching Jashnani. Jashnani backing up, trying to re-establish his preferred distance, looking for a right-hand lead, but then claiming the man. It's a clever tactic, but it's a dangerous one because he's been spoken to on numerous occasions. And look at the reluctance to listen to the referee's instructions. The clock continuing to tick while the two boxers were doing their own thing. So Kachuk trying to step on the gas, trying to make Jashnani become disorganized. And again, Jashnani claiming his man when he gets into his own punching range. But Kachuk needs to be working away here and not accepting the clinch. Get his hands out of there and dig them back. There's a nice right hand over the top. Good left hand landed to the body. And Jashnani continuing to clamp his man like a vice. And look at this. A warning. Well, he can't say he didn't receive opportunity to address that. So now Jashnani can get no more than 9. But we said that pressure, educated pressure from Kachuk would be the way that he could get himself into this contest. We saw signs of that in the first, and in the second, he's demonstrated it terrifically. Crowding the man in blue. He's showing that he's not as adept at short and mid-range as he takes a hard right hand to the chin, sends him tottering backwards across the boxing ring. He's already been given a warning for holding. 10-second clapper sounds. And Kachuk doesn't want to fall foul of the referee in that regard either. Swarming across the ring with a double jab right hand success is Kachuk. Very good round for the man in red. I suspect his activity took it anyway, and then you're going to have to take 1 point off the score of the man in blue. Madi Jashnani given a warning for holding. And there's confirmation, a clean sweep in favor of Kachuk. 10-9 for him, for all 5 scoring judges. And the point off means that it's effectively a 10-8 round. So there is 1 point in it for all 5 of the observers seated ringside. Kachuk is up 19 points to 18 with 1 round to go. This contest in the balance, but all of the momentum is in the sails of the man in red.
Seconds out.
How will Jashnani's energy levels be as we prepare to enter this 3rd round, because he spent the majority of the 2nd round initiating clinches. Does he have the energy as he walks onto a big right hand to begin the 3rd round? Kachuk coming at him with aggressive intent. Good left hook lands. And Jashnani, to his credit, trying to get back to his preferred distance and establish the straight shots that served him well in round number 1. But Kachuk is coming forward with bad intentions. But again, this is what Kachuk wants to be doing. It's certainly not what Jashnani wants to be doing, having been given a warning in the 2nd round. That's a good right hand, and another one glances Jashnani. Walks onto a solid right hand once again, and Jashnani losing his shape, swinging and missing. Clean shots being landed by Kachuk, but they're falling into a clinch once again, and both of them equally culpable in that regard. I simply don't understand it, particularly from Jashnani, although of course I'm saying that from the comfort of ringside, and he's the one up there in the boxing ring, exerting himself tremendously in a bid to go through to the quarterfinals of the super heavyweight division. Just looking to buy time, but again, it's a dangerous line that he's walking. And the referee, she may well be edging towards issuing a 2nd warning for that infringement if he continues to initiate clinches. Look at how languid and slow and looping the punches of Jashnani are becoming. And he's holding his man once again. So beyond the midpoint of the final round, that's a good right hand to the body landed by Kachuk in that exchange. He then followed up with a good right hand over the top. Rabbit punch straying around the rear of the head from Kachuk. Jashnani willing himself back into the breach. Fires the right hand but there was no crispness on it. Jashnani, oh, he takes a solid right hand. He landed one of his own, but the flashing hook from Kachuk was the more eye-catching shot. And right in the sight line of the referee, it's Jashnani initiating the clinch once again. Left hook, right hook come around the corner, then another right hand dug in, but it's a rabbit punch because it went long around the rear of Jashnani's head guard. What a right hand landed by Kachuk. And Jashnani, despite being low on energy, is showing a terrific chin because he has taken some solid shots here in this third round. While he was swinging for the fences with that right hand, it missed by some distance, and it came by second-class post, easily evaded by Kachuk. Weary-legged walk back to his corner, draped over the top rope, waiting for the mouthpiece to be removed. It was a hard physical contest. Both men gave it absolutely everything, but there was a distinct turning point in that contest during the course of the second round. Well, after the first round, truth be told, because Kachuk upped the tempo, boxed at a higher clip, and when put under pressure, Jashnani didn't have the wherewithal to keep his shape. He looked really good in pockets when he was boxing at range, but he wasn't able to occupy that territory for the majority of rounds 2 and 3. He's going to be eliminated. Here's confirmation.
Is bout by unanimous decision is the boxer from the red corner, Vasyl Tkachuk, Ukraine.
So there's confirmation of a unanimous points decision victory for Vasyl Tkachuk, Ukrainian national champion, through to the quarter-final stage. And the 17-year-old Mari Jashnani shaped up nicely at long range, but wasn't able to maintain his boxing at long distance, and he was crowded out of the contest, eliminated here in the round of 16.
Bout number
It's Tkachuk who goes through.
33 in ring A. Men's super heavy, 91 kilogram class. Into the red corner, please welcome boxer representing Armenia, Papazian Hochahavnes.
So our final bout of this sixth session of boxing
blue corner, Mario
between boxers from
Erjazov.
Armenia and Estonia.
Judge assignment: 1 Singapore, 2 Moldavia, 3 Ukraine, 4 United States, 5 Italy. Referee Pakistan Beketbekov, Kazakhstan.
So these then the officials who will score this final contest of session number 6 from ringside. They're from Singapore, Moldova, Ukraine, United States of America, and Italy. There is the Armenian boxer Havanes Papazian. His opponent, Mario Erjazov from Estonia. Our referee is from Kazakhstan. Just moments away from our 12th bout of the session. Those shorts look just a little bit high, practically beneath the lats of the Estonian boxer. Thorough check of the equipment of Mario Erjazov.
Round 1.
So the final bout of session number 6 here at Kielce 2021 is in the super heavyweight division. It's between boxers from Armenia and Estonia, and it's a rapid start from the boxer in blue, Mario Erjazov. Oh, that's a shot on the break landed by the Armenian boxer Havanes Papazian. Papazian 18 years of age. His opponent wearing blue, Urjazov, 17 years old. Both men looking to establish their right crosses pretty early on in this opening round. There's a beautiful right cross and then a quick-fisted flurry culminating with a left hand from Papazian. Strong right cross catches Urjazov as he comes in once again. So low-held guard being proffered in the center of the boxing ring by Papazian now. Digging shots downstairs and crashing hooks around the corner. Very relaxed indeed is the loose-limbed Papazian. Heavy hooks crashing around the corner, getting behind the defensive gloves as they are there, and then digging shots into the belt line. But he's spoken to about punching incorrectly is Papazian. That's a beautiful right-left combination, a reverse 1-2 from the boxer in red. And the aggressive start from Urjazov has been quelled somewhat because of the accurate shot selection of the man in red. Quick-fisted fighter is Papazian. He's pushing out that mouthpiece, Urjazov, but oh, look at that for another reverse 1-2. Successful combination for him, and on this occasion, it produces the first standing count of the contest. Papazian picking his punches very effectively indeed as another reverse 1-2 crashes home, and this contest may well be over before the conclusion of the first round. And there it is, a first round stoppage produced by the accurate punch picking of Hovhannes Papazian. 2 standing counts in the first 2.5 minutes, and on the second standing count, the referee from Kazakhstan deciding that Urjazov should take no more. It was an aggressive start by the Estonian boxer, but as the contest progressed, he started to come out second best in the exchanges. Terrific variety demonstrated by Papazian, fluidly going both upstairs and downstairs, and the reverse 1-2 was a really effective combination for him. Used it repeatedly in quick succession. And that is what brought about the standing counts on the resumption.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this bout by RC first round is the boxer from the red corner, Papazian Hovhannes, Armenia.
So Hovhannes Papazian, 2019 European Junior silver medalist, producing a blistering display of accurate punch picking to eliminate Mario Urjazov of Estonia, and he goes through to the quarterfinals, making short work of his round of 16 contest here. Very impressive performance indeed, and that concludes the 6th session of boxing here from the Hala Legionov in Kielce. It's been a cracking session of boxing as well. Plenty of action, lots of incidents. We had back-to-back stoppages in bouts 2 and 3. Altogether, we've had 5 stoppage victories, a disqualification as well, so a whole host of incidents and action in evidence here today in our 7th session of boxing. We'll be back on the air as we leave you with a graphic of this session results, but we're back for session number 7 at 6 p.m. local time. That is 6 p.m. Central European time. So we'll just leave you with confirmation of what has transpired here today in session number 6. It just remains for me, Ronald McIntosh, to say on behalf of the entire team here in Kielce 2021. Thank you for staying with us for the 6th session. Join us again shortly for session number 7. Bye for now.